some interesting, it sounds like DLC named Tuners and Outlaw, post of tuner cars, as you obviously guessed, racing, drifting support. I really hope they add. It hasn't been said by Rockstar that they are going to be adding this DLC to not Rockstar, to GTA 5. But I am hoping, and I've got my fingers crossed, that they do add this update. It will be super fucking cool if they do. And I just got done reading an article saying that you will be able to. Well, it wasn't an article saying that you will be able to, it was more like a petition where Rockstar would be adding not only the. Whatchamacallem. Jesus Christ, why does this remote not want to work? A DLC that will be including tuner cars, tuner rims, body kits, paint jobs, hopefully. Not like my sexy ass T20. I mean, this car's already tuner enough. All it needs is a big wang in the back. Like my favorite YouTuber, Gas King, says, the big wang gang. Okay. But no, that really would be cool if they were to do that. Now, I know Rockstar has already did something like that with a few vehicles, like the Viper. I don't know what it's called in the Viper. I'm just call it the Viper because it looks like a Viper. With the Benny's customization, which you have to spend like about $1 million to even be able to customize it like that. It's insane how much money you gotta spend in this game, right? How much time and effort you gotta put into it as well. But upon updates, other than the tuners part of the DLC, the outlaw part is being petitioned so that you will be able to register not as a CEO or an MC, not even a street racer, but as a police officer. It is being petitioned so that I think their goal was like 15,000 petition votes or signatures, and they ended up with like 67,000 signatures. It's incredible how many people want this. Even I signed it. I was like, hell yeah, let's petition this. I want this. Like, dude, Rockstar needs to bring back these tuner cars. I mean, yeah, there's already a few. I own one or two, I think. But they really need to bring back the tuner cars. In this article that I read for the police officer registration, let me just load it up again so I can read it directly from the website. Why is my T29? Oh. As you can see here, I have a Ferrari, a Subaru, a GTR. I have no clue what car this is, but if anybody knows what this car looks like or what this car is in the real world, please let me know, because I have been looking for this car everywhere. A freaking Evo over here. That GTR does look nice though. This car you can find on the street anywhere. and it costs almost $1 million to get the upgrade just to be able to tune it out at Benny's. And it's not almost $1 million to completely tune it. No, it's like 950,000 to get like the upgrade so that you can tune it. And then you gotta put more money into tuning it, which is insane.
Anything you need, boss.
Okay, finally. Here we go. From the very top, it says, for over 3 years since the release of GTA Online, car enthusiasts have worked around the DNA of Grand Theft Auto Sandbox to create a community of like-minded tuners and street racers, dispute the lack of any set-in-stone platform to do so. This is where tuners and outlaws step in. You could argue that cunning stunts was enough for the racing community, but let me stop you there. We're not a part of the racing community. There is a clear divide between underground street racing, like my favorite game, from the 19th century, give or take, I don't know, the 20th century, my bad, Need for Speed Underground 2. Best racing game of its era. Like, they need to make a Need for Speed Underground 3 and put that into GTA. Like, come on. There is a clear divide between the underground street racing scene and track racing. Plus, there is no real support for drifting or drag racing, even though it is possible that you can kind of drift in the game already, but not able to drift like you would in real life. Plus, whenever you're doing burnouts, it's more like a little firecracker going off. In real life, you got these cars burning rubber, making freaking humongous ass clouds of tire smoke. You can't do that in GTA.
Let me know.
They need to implement that into GTA. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Come on. Just like registering as a CEO/associate, VIP, or president/biker, you will be able to register as a wheelman and recruit up to 3 street racers, or a police sergeant and recruit up to 7 constables. For the police side of this DLC, introducing the ability to play as a police officer in GTA Online is also largely requested, with most attracted
Says you need to do him
by
a
the
favor before
roleplay
he'll
and
give up the
challenging
goods.
aspects
That
of
means
catching
taking
suspects
someone
live.
out. I'll send you the
Each
details, but in the
player
meantime,
not
head over to the
registered
point on your
as a
GPS.
police officer has a bounty. Now this is where it gets kind of interesting. Each player that is not registered as a police officer, will have a bounty on them. So I could be playing as a CEO and I'd have a bounty on me. Each player not registered as a police officer will have a bounty. This bounty works on a cycle and refreshes every 24 hours. That every 24 hours that starts to count down from the moment they first enter a online session. So it's not 24 hours consecutively. You can be playing for 3 hours today, another 3 hours tomorrow. Those 3 hours from today and tomorrow will add up to the clock, but you're not gonna have that bounty today and then another bounty tomorrow and then another bounty the next day. No, it's not gonna work like that. It's gonna be 24 gameplay hours, I think. The moment they first enter an online session. This bounty rises ever so slowly for crimes such as speeding, damage to state, and general crime activities, whereas killing other players, destroying their property, and gaining wanted levels will increase your bounty significantly. Though it will decrease slowly over time while you're in an apartment, this can encourage players to take up arms with the LSPD to collect this bounty, and thus will be given antsy players a chance to flee or deter from being a nuisance, like a lot of people in GTA. A lot of players really are a big fucking nuisance. Yes, that's right, I said it. A big fat fucking nuisance. Like all these little came out that were hacking like crazy or modding like there's no tomorrow, copying their cars and then selling them every hour or so. Then they end up with more than enough money to buy everything in the gun running DLC more than twice. Like, seriously, man, that shit is annoying as hell. Look at those blah blah. That's be to collect bounty, thus be given some chance to not be a nuisance, which is often the case with numerous players in GTA Online. Collecting a bounty. Register as a sergeant or constable. You appear off radar to all players. Crap. Wow, I didn't even read all the way to the bottom. And I just scrolled back up and I see things about drifting, drag racing, street racing. Jesus Christ. Registering as a sergeant or a constable, you appear off radar to all players minus other officers. Nor can you see any other player's blip. To make sure you don't cheat and try catching criminals standing right next to you. You respawn. I swear to God, this remote is going to drive me nuts. Catch a criminal standing right next to you. You'll respawn at the nearest police station with a police uniform. To give chase, you'll have to witness the opposing player in the act of committing a crime, whether it be while you're stationary and monitoring speed, in which case you may catch them speeding, or on patrol and catching them shooting another player, or even holding up a liquor store. Any player committing a crime will appear on the map for a short period of time, similar to how the Beast blip appears in the GTA Online free mode mission thingy, whatever. Furthermore, if another player phones for police while they witness a crime, the last reported location will appear as a large red circle on the map, with the origin at the opposing player's location during the call. If the player is still within this area of the map by the time you arrive, you can immediately give chase and apprehend the opposing player to collect the bounty. Giving chase. If you decide to give chase, you must turn your sirens on to alert fellow police players in the game. Know that you are chasing a suspect. If you stay on the opposing player's tail, your fellow officers will eventually be able to catch up and join the chase. When a chase is underway, the player chasing will appear as a blue and red flashing blip for the player evading and for fellow officers. However, as police, you must keep them in sight, as their blip, both on radar and above their heads, is non-visible. If you evade capture for more than 10 minutes, police can shoot up to 10 shots after 15 minutes. You can both use full force to shake each other off or kill one another. But beware, killing officers in a chase will mount up your bounty substantially. As a player evading capture, your best bet is to escape without causing too much damage, unless of course you're just a savage. In which case, Little Jimmy's basically. So if you don't mind, I will take a quick pause and get this mission done. There's one. I think that was one. Nope. That wasn't it. Here's one. Here's another. There's the other. And time to run. So just like that, the police officers would not be on me as quick. But it would be interesting to have other players playing as police officers chase me down, because it kind of be like a game of cat and mouse, and it would be a lot more fun playing with other players as police officers rather than having these hard to get off your ass NPC police officers. Like, Jesus Christ, did Rockstar ever nerf out these police officers? So, apart from the registering as a police officer part, which sounds cool, but not entirely, the tuners part, the tuners aspect of the tuners and, what was it, outlaws, tuners and outlaws, the whole idea of this DLC sounds way better than the gun running DLC. They should have, Rockstar really should have worked on the Tuners and Outlaws DLC first, other than the gun running DLC, because I bet you, how many people are in this session? I'm not even gonna count. A full session. It's a full session. And I bet you 10 players in this session have a bunker, a rocket motorcycle, an amphibious tank, or any equivalent item, any gun running DLC item. So yeah, let's make a little wager. If anyone has anything from the gun running DLC, just shoot me a text. Don't shoot me, just send me a text on the iFruit phone, if y'all can hear me. Which I probably doubt that y'all can, but either way, if you can't hear me, text me. Like, look at this police officer. He's right on my ass. He's trying to ram me and get me to fuck up so they can shoot me.
No problem. I'll get him off your back.
Even if they do shoot me, the only good thing about that is that the wanted level just goes away. And then I can... The bad part about it is that if there's other players nearby, it gives them a chance to destroy my crates. And that is just totally uncool. Especially like these two guys and the orange crew. I see they've both got helicopters. I'm guessing they're both either a buzzard or a savage. And it's just totally infuriating. So to continue with the article, The trailer showcased police giving chases at the start of the street race and apprehending two racers using non-lethal force. This could include new EMP-based weaponry to disable vehicles and bringing them to a complete stop, like in the movie Fast and Furious 2, I think, unless it was the first one where Brian O'Connor's Nissan Skyline got shot with an EMP dart, some sort of thing like that. It looked like a massive grenade, sticky grenade looking thing that they just shot out of a helicopter straight onto the side, not onto the side, onto the door, the driver's door of Brian O'Connor's Nissan Skyline. They will be bringing EMPs like that, or that at least it's a possibility. EMP-based weaponry to disable vehicles to bring them to a complete stop. The introduction of the teaser to immobilize anyone making a run on foot, and the ability to tackle other
Boss?
players.
Yeah, I know. It's your EA. Look,
To
I really think you should check out this vehicle
forcefully
cargo
arrest a
opportunity on the
player,
Secure
you
Surf
would
network
need
here at the
to
office.
tussle
You'll
with
thank
them.
me.
This would involve the police officer player getting them to the ground if they're not already, rolling them onto their front and cuffing the opposing player by means of some sort of button spamming, similar to how arm wrestling works. However, up to 3 police officers can assist in the arrest and multiply the speed at which the player is arrested. Similar to how real life police officers do it, how you got one police officer on top of you and then 2 more rush in, and one of them elbows you in the head, the other one fucks up your knee, and then another 3 jump in for no goddamn reason. And then they're just like they're all trying to stack themselves on top of you. Hey, what the hell? I know it takes 2 to 3 police officers to apprehend 6 police officers on top of one guy. God damn, it looks like they're about to have an orgy, dude. Jesus. Man. To continue, evading police. Once the cops have Need for Speed Most Wanted. Like whenever you lose the cops, you have a cooldown timer. They're going to include that into GTA's tuners and outlaws. Stay out of cooldown and stay out of sight, just like when you have a wanted level normally, or like how it normally is on the online servers. If a player sees you, the heat is back on. Hold on, let me land on this roof real quick. If a player sees you, the heat is back on. Police players will also be able to use a helicopter for an extended range, and co-pilot can spot players and mark them on the radar for all other officers to see, kind of like in real life. IRL.
Anything you need, boss.
If you committed a crime and choose to make a run for it, you'll have to pay 35% of your own bounty if you're captured, or 50% if you're killed.
So,
You'll have to pay 35% of your own bounty if you're captured, or 50% of your own bounty if you're killed. Okay, now I understand. However, if you choose to surrender immediately, you pay 5% of your own bounty, or if you evade capture and choose to surrender later,
Our fearless
this
leader.
amount will gradually rise up to 25% by 10 minutes. Now, for the tuners part of this DLC that may or may not come out, car meets. Car meets are an extremely popular pastime for a vast majority of car crews, showing off your builds and talking cars with fellow enthusiasts. However, most meets can appear bland within 30 flashy even with 30 flashy cars.
You thought
I
about giving
feel
me some
areas
shares,
populated
boss?
with souped up cars and a few NPCs performing ambient activities, animations, and admiring cars, as well as stalls to buy unique clothing and rare car parts that differ. Contents between meets will be quite the incentive to bring players in and park up, whether you're rolling up with your crew on your own and looking to jump into a meetup. So I think that sounds very cool. How in every car meet there is something different to buy. So you better stack them bills up, because you're gonna have a lot of parts to buy. If you got one of those flashy cars, you're definitely gonna need money to buy. These elite car meets would occur at night throughout Los Santos in free mode. One in an different location every night.
Sorry, I don't got time for pleasantries. Just get the job done.
One in a different location every night, with roadblocks at least a block in every direction of the meet to stop traffic moving through, giving space outside of the parking area to play around with, i.e., street drifting, street race starts, drag racing, etc. Members of any car crew will tell you there is a big problem with the odd hostile newbie looking to spoil the fun. This is why I believe these meet locations should force a passive mode onto the players that allows contact between vehicles only within the confines of the road blocks. I think this is really cool because this would actually be a really nice addition to that, because if you're in a car meet, you want to be able to see the players well and not have like a ghost in front of you or a ghost car in front of you, and force everyone into a passive state, as to where in a regular online session like this one, any one player can go and get a Hydra and just have everybody's got their cars all lined up, and this one guy just has to be a douchebag and go and shoot every last vehicle. That would not be cool. I'd especially be pissed. To continue, each player will have a disturbance meter that's present in any car meet. The disturbance meter can fill up by performing tricks like burnouts, drifting, revving your car engine, or drag racing. Cops will be able to prevent from entering roadblocks areas unless a player caps this disruptance meter, in which case all police in the session will be alerted and able to enter the zone to arrest players. Each player will then automatically be assigned a $10,000 bounty on top of what they've already got. So if you're one of those players that likes to go to car meets, but you also like to fuck everybody up in another session, and then you've got like $100,000 bounty on top of you, and then the how it says all the police officers get to the area and arrest you, you will have now $110,000 bounty. For example, if you have no bounty at all in this session, you're going to have to pay just $500 if you surrender. But if you've got a bounty of say 100,000, you might want to take your chances and gun it. Literally, just gun it. Legitimate registered car shows will also occur throughout Los Santos and Blaine County in free mode during the day time without roadblocks, but would still have a passive mode zone in the show areas. Now get this. This I find very, very intriguing. Sounds like how whenever you're driving a car, if you haven't noticed, the transmission is manual by default. Looks like with this DLC they will be introducing manual transmission. A highly requested feature from the community in general, the ability to shift through gears at whatever RPM we choose, with the ability to use a clutch as well. Wow, well. They're really sophisticating the hell out of this. To be able to clutch and shift? Holy shit, dude. They have to, like, no, this is a no-brainer right here, man. They have to upload this DLC to Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto Online servers. Like, dude, they have to do this. I swear, if they don't, because one of my friends told me that Rockstar is coming to an end with its updates and DLCs. If they don't upload this DLC to Rockstar, I am going to be pissed. I requested gears throughout whatever RPM we choose, within the ability to use a clutch as well. This would open up a whole new aspect of control and add a new element of competition to racing, and especially drag racing. Definitely. In drag racing, shifting is like, it's essential basically. You can't drag race without manual transmission. Like, it literally puts your skills to the test. Well, drift racing also does that, but drag racing would be like the equivalent, I guess. Especially drag racing, clutch kicking and using the appropriate gears will almost certainly help with drifting. That is also an essential part of drifting, because if you don't know how to drift, it's better you just go watch YouTube videos and watch people drift. And if you're wanting to drift, also go on YouTube and learn how to drift. And in those YouTube videos, you will see that not almost every, but just about every single drifter out there downshifts whenever they drift. Because if you don't know this already, whenever you drift, you're going at a certain speed, but then once you're going sideways, that speed is greatly reduced, depending on how much sideways you're going. As much as Rockstar should keep it simple, this feature would be something I think would enable afterwards as an optional extra, and something you could easily turn off if you wish. I think so too. New race mods, street racing, drifting, tug, drag racing, street digs and rolls, contact missions from HAO, new vehicles, and there's a list of them. The Nissan Silvia, fuck yes! Nissan Skyline GTR. Okay, I will get to that in a bit. Okay, I am going to go through the more complex ones. The more complex racing. Where is it? Jesus. Street racing, you already know what it is. Everybody does it. Drifting, drift racing. It's kind of like street racing, but with drifting added to the picture. Tug is an uphill point-to-point race with swooping roads that require a mixture of speed for a good time, style points for drifting and distance from the other drivers. The race would work on a basis of achieving the most out of 18 points within 9 points awarded in both rounds. A 3-stage criteria is to be met in each category for time, drifting, and distance. Time and drifting would differ depending on the track, whereas distance would be universal. You must complete the course in the fastest amount of time to get the maximum of 3 points with gradual decreases in time for less points or 0 for getting too slow. For drifting, you will have to reach enough points to claim 3 points with gradual descent in points needed to be awarded less points or 0 for not enough drifting. Bit more than that, blah blah blah. Drag racing, like I explained earlier. Street digs, rolls. Street digs are impromptu drag racing. Drag races you can commence by rolling up next to another player, honking 3 times while stationary if you're on a marked road. On the 3rd honk of your horn, you'll have to follow the road you're currently on for a quarter mile up to the finish. So, kind of like Fast and Furious. Contact mission from HAO. HAO is a random event character in GTA 5 single player who introduces Franklin to Los Santos street racing. Oh, sweet. They're going to add more to the story. Hell yes. Franklin to Los Santos street racing. HAO can make a return for GTA Online. HAO could make a return for GTA Online. There are endless possibilities that could fit the street racing theme. During a mission, could be introduced to customize your car in a particular way, for example in an all-black for a rolling robbery on a heavy goods vehicle. Next on the list, new vehicles. I'm going to skip all that. The list of vehicles will be announced right after I finish this mission. So what do you guys think on all of this? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you think should be added to the game. If you think it's good, or if you think it's bad, just let me know. How is it that I haven't even shot at this van and already they're shooting at me? And by the AA, what was it? Crap, I went too far. HAO. By HAO, they mean like all of these contacts, like Ron, Simon, Merriweather, Martin, Malik, LJT, Lester, Lamar, Gerald, Dom, Brucey, your assistant, Agent 14. That's basically what they were talking about in the HAO. Not SAO. We all know what that stands for. One of Japan's most popular MMO TV shows on PlayStation. Jesus fucking Christ, he's going under the goddamn bridge. Really? Alright, time to do this. Come on. Damn, this guy is far. Why is he driving so fast? Get back here. He's gonna pull you, just watch. Whoa, 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 what the hell is this? There's no one driving this van. And a fucking NPC just ran me over for no fucking reason. What in the fucking hell is this bullshit?
What?
There is nobody driving this van. As you can clearly see, boom, bitch, get out the way. Or more like, move, bitch, get out the way. I'm blowing up these fuckers like a runaway train. That kind of made no sense, but still. Blowing up these fuckers like a steroid train. A bit better, I guess. Okay, and now for the list of new vehicles that might be added. Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9. Mitsubishi Revolution SG-RX, present in trailer. Coming in at number 2. RWB Porsche 911 P. Pfister Roughweld Comet is what it would be called. Instead of being called the Comet, it would be called Roughweld Comet. Also present in trailer. Coming in at number 3, Nissan Skyline GTR R34. Anis LG RH2. I fucking knew the LG was a GTR. I fucking knew it. Nissan Skyline GTR R32. Zirconium Stratum Coupe. Stratum. Almost sounds like Strotum and Scrotum. Give me just a second and I will be joining my friend. Oh, she invited me to her session. Okay, let's go. Sorry, players, but that's where the list ends. And to my followers and viewers, the list continues. Coming in at number 5, Toyota Supra MK4 Carene Manderer. Meanderer. Toyota GT86 Carene Rustler. BMW M4. Oh, the Toyota GT was number 6 and number 7. BMW M4 named Ubermatch Wuten. Coming in at number 8, the fucking Silvia. Hell yes. S14. Nissan Silvia S14 15 PS13 hybrid named Anis Agrossi. Coming in at number 5, Honda Civic Type R EK9 named Dinka Patty. Coming in at number 10, 1970 Dodge Challenger. I think it's, no, that's the 1996 version of Dodge Challenger that Don Toretto had in Fast and Furious 1, 2, and I think 4? 5? I don't know. The 1970 Dodge Challenger named Bravado Maraude. Coming in at number 11, 1969 Ford Mustang named Vapid Dominator Classic. I think they already have this one in there, but I'd like to see some more additions to the game. Coming in at number 12, and the last vehicle on this list would be the BMW E46 M3, dubbed Ubermatch Burdenstark. No, Burdenstark. Uber matched. Uber at the front, match in the middle, and a T at the very end. Burdenstark. Burdenstark. Customizations for this DLC, not to be confused with tuning as mentioned previously by the Benny's level of customization for the Banshee 900R and the Sultan RS was awesome. Those two were awesome. I would like to see this level of customization return and reusing parts like bucket seats. What? Interior trims, etc. would be perfectly fine with me to increase the number of cars that would ship with this DLC, given they're pulling from a library or ready-made content. However, I would still like to see unique parts for body modifications on the level of those two cars. This DLC could bring numerous styles to GTA, inspired by real-world cars, car culture including RWB, Liberty Walk, Rocket Bunny, Clean Stands, Bozo, Street Looks, and a whole lot more, some of which have already made their cameo in GTA, but something something we would like to see on a larger scale. Like for instance, that GTR that I had in my garage, or the LG, the one that's free. Like yes, they could add a hell of a lot more customization options for that car. And since all of my friends in this session are in a party, let's see. Blackbird is in there. Sita, she's in there. You, Bob, I don't know him. Dead Man Jacob, I don't know him. Knife God, look at that. We got a Knife God in here. 360. Tea Cupcake. Hack Mom Cole. I don't know. I'm gonna go join their their party real quick, and I will be right back. No, that's not it. Hello. And we are back. Yup.
It's not even like his outfits are modded, they just did like a small
good
glitch.
Fucking news for us tuner guys. Tuner people, not guys, tuner people. Car enthusiasts and more. There's a DLC that is pending.
It's fake. It's fake.
The Tuners and Outlaws.
It's fake. No, the one he's talking about.
Dude, I just got done reading an entire article about that DLC, and you just come up to my viewers and say it's fake. Jesus Christ.
It is fake.
Or you just wasted like how many times of you? It's fake.
Did you read it off of Rockstar's website?
Nope.
Some article about some new update coming out.
iPetition is the website.
It's not coming out. That's a fake trailer if you go watch it. That one looks realistic, but it's fake. That's what he's talking about.
Dude. It'd be so fucking cool if they could add that to the entire edition. Now that I hear that it's not going to be added into the whole thing of Rockstar's GTA Online, I am pretty fucking pissed. Sort of. I'm not pissed. I'm more like upset that they're not going to be adding this. But seriously, they need to fucking do this. Like they need to bring back tuner cars.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
Dude, fucking San Andreas. I remember playing San Andreas with my cousins. Dude, like we wouldn't even fucking bother doing the mission. We just pick up any random car off the street and customize the shit out of it.
She was like, she was trying to do a whole bunch of outfits in one.
And
I would just like,
Remember,
I guess that will be all for this video.
it was easy for me because like I would just see the part that I needed, and then I would just hit pause and then find it, and then continue.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and until the next time we meet, bye bye.